Dr. Tessa Dunlop, author of the newly released book Elizabeth and Philip, A Story of Young Love, Marriage and Monarchy, compared how two outsiders of the royal family, the Duke of Edinburgh and the Duchess of Sussex, fared after joining the institution by marriage. In her book, Dr. Dunlop cautioned against framing Prince Philip as a victim because, in his first years within the firm, was at times not fully embraced by courtiers or even members of the family due to his dislocated childhood, relatively penury and reputation as Philip the Greek. She wrote, coinciding with the departure of his grandson, Prince Harry, and his American celebrity wife, Meghan, from the same royal family in 2020, clumsy parallels were inevitable. But it is a mistake to frame Philip as a victim. His formative years were a vital training ground for sizing up the British monarchy. Explaining why she believes that, despite their shared status of outsiders of the firm both born overseas, Meghan and Philip entered the royal family with two very different mindsets, Dr. Dunlop told Express.co.uk. The difference is Philip understood and believed in monarchy, because he was born royal. He therefore bought into and understood the institution he was entering, by marriage. The historian went on referring to the first turbulent years in the life of the late Duke of Edinburgh who, nephew of the King of Greece, was exiled with his family from his homeland just months after he was born. She said, and, in an era that wasn't 24/7 media, where you couldn't make a career out of an Instagram account and a podcast, he understood how humiliating exile was. He knew he had to make it work with Elizabeth, because what was the other option? He would have been like his exiled father, with the humiliation of being royal but not having money or a throne. Philip was a product of the early 20th century, when we still really believed in monarchy as an institution and something we deferred to. We thought it was superior to us in many ways and had a magic to it. Meghan hasn't come from a royal family. Quite the reverse, she has come from the New World, America, where they got rid of the monarchy 200 to 300 years ago. Now, America has its selected kingship to this day, the president, and they have always admired the tinsel and trappings and pomp and ceremony, and so of course Meghan was going to be impressed by that, but she doesn't believe in the institution because she is American. The US, Dr. Dunlop continued, never managed to disentangle the tinsel and soft power from politics, something instead monarchies in Europe have achieved over the centuries. She added, so Meghan grows up in a culture that reveres and it's a bit starstruck by this idea of princes and princesses because they are foreign and otherworldly, but it doesn't mean she believes in it. It's not in her blood like it was in Philip's, but it's also something that is alien to her and not part of her political or national heritage. The historian also believes Meghan did not have the time to test drive whether she liked